Hello, we could hyper mean stack humanity at the same time with the same plan, right upon where everyone disagrees and agrees and goes about things normal. And like speaking about negotiations, things like this, and security and all that. How could there be security when the suburbs were designed clearer than day, not just by that breaching method before America's founders were born, but tactically to nature to force everyone onto systems that were since semi-ancient times were forced, tricked, hurt, and persuaded. There are proofs to blame other things, others, ourselves for things a breaching method caused, to get that affected, and then to get that self-defended. And without anyone realizing more and more they would not be able to afford anyone using short words proper with convictions, let alone with guilt. And for the relativity of how we have been systems tactical ulterior from that which is appreciating a special difference the way nature does, where it is equal to all parts of itself, positive and negative equally, where it is a quality of diffusion here too, where Earth has a special difference, we have it concentrated further, where we are a temporary quality of diffusion that makes temporary lasting difference as its own. Even anything we invent, any art, it's volume science slash hypervolume science is inseparable that way from the finite parts, from the group parts, and from the simultaneous parts, distinctly, non-distinctly, and simultaneously slash hyper simultaneously, so we can discern it. It is functional that and how there is a singular, a hyper singular, is a identity of all space slash existence. It is functional how, in other words, we could discern when the smallest finite detail is left out, let alone group ones and simultaneous ones at the same time, slash hypersimultaneous, like having black pupils, white divides, same color eyes, different color eyes at the same time. Exceptions and exception nature with demonstration slash S of the same, which is also that and how other species bodies have two eyes. And they didn't invent it, we didn't invent it. In other words, there's another identity relationship to itself, that all things are. Well, not by any way, because that's what the identity of everything at once is. The identity of all space slash existence. It's complete identity. It shows us this, while it shows us too simultaneously. All parts of our bodies, all parts of your body have a semi-nature relationship to your complete identity. And every complete identity has a semi-nature relationship to itself, but not without the value distinctly, non-distinctly, and so hyper and simultaneously slash hyper simultaneously of the species body of our, the species individual body of individual bodies with all group differences, showing us how it is functional, being a hyper invisible but still discernible. And so, like if I say God or a name of God, that's invisible but still discernible. There's a method of checking, and so hyper programming appreciates the God variable, and we're how hyper programming appreciates morality in the names of the sciences in ways that no one has been able to afford since semi-ancient times inside the communications of America's founders. Human fact nature breaching method as a scientific value. It is also presented to us as a scientific value by nature itself, showing us that human fact nature breaching method is one of the things that all those crazy laws were against everyone that were entrenched with more than 13 colonies before America's founders were born. And with slavery strictly distinctly against everyone, but also strictly distinctly with color. Northern colonies and southern colonies rolls with it. Functional by the breaching method, how everyone would leave, how sickly non distinctly hurt everyone equally. But that would be left out, otherwise it'd be someone trying to bring equality of fact, cheap in nature. Ill accordant with the breaching methods propagated, already having been only remembered, self-filed styles, natures of logic, of uses of the names of the sciences, therefore the names of the people of the sciences, from off the location. But right back to collusion /S with all location /S where no one wanted collusion. Except for everyone would speak anyway. With some treatments the way the breaching method said. No one wanted, but that's how they have, that's why. In other words, we still have this in the styles. Logic, natures, things that are not debatable are pretended debatable, and this is gotten away with per the severity of having had our founders' communications and scientific values within them replaced, and per uses of that, functional by a breaching method that use databases and the criminally foreign influence databases of the republic for which we stand, and its ancient campus Marxist system, still abridged, criminally foreign influenced, and tactically delusions wrought, and being and having been used remotely pretending other. Self-valued roles, means, needs, natures, styles of getting away with it, relying upon criminally foreign influence, tactical delusions, factor, treating nature, quality aspects, nature, as criminal thesis nature. I'm not even a lawyer. And blaming other things, others, ourselves, till roles, right where and how those scientific values are replaced, right where and how what nature communicates to us is replaced. All pays. Thank you. Vaccines.